is the all-new 2025 Audi A5 Premium Plus. Yeah, that's a very long name. But look at this brand new redesign. Starting on the outside of the vehicle on this new Audi A5. Wow, look at these lines. As you can see here, the whole front end is redesigned, new headlights, new grille, new fog light bezels. Even though I don't see any fog lights here, we have a new front end that looks very, very menacing. And we can focus our look here at the headlights. This is where the design kind of took a different step away from the previous model. The previous model was really, really boxy, very sharp. It had a lot of really sharp edges all around the vehicle. Aside from this vehicle, this new A5 looks very bubbly to me. As you can tell with these headlights, I'll show you guys a little bit of where I see the most bubbly. As you guys can tell here in the headlight, it looks a little bit rounded off on all the edges rather than very sharp with the old or the previous model of the A5. I'm not sure how I'm liking this model due to this bubbliness it has, but I mean, look at the headlight. I really do like this new headlight. The headlight looks really, really aggressive as far as the inside of the headlight goes, not so much on the exterior and the design of it from the exterior part of it, but inside with all the LED lights and all this other stuff with the turn signals, this checkered LED strip looks really, really menacing. But other than that, this is how the front end is now different from the old A5. In my opinion, I really do believe that the old A5 is a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more, I would say, refined, a little bit more just aggressive in the front end of the car. For the rear end of the Audi A5, this is where a lot of the changes also happened, and mainly it's occurring on the tail lights. So the previous model of the A5 had these separated taillights, which all the previous cars always had. They're, I'm guessing Audi is leaning towards more of the Porsche type taillights, where it's all one piece. As you can tell here by the Audi A5, this is a new redesign of the taillights that they have created here. They do look a little bit more aggressive, though I would wish that they were a little bit less bubbly. And I can show you what I'm talking about here in just a second because I can tell just by looking at the tail lights how bubbly they are and not so sharp, not so squared off or triangular or however you want to call it. It just doesn't look as aggressive as the older A5. It just looks a little bit more bubbly. To me, it looks more like a K5, like a Kia K5 or something in that nature where it's not as aggressive, even though the Kia K5 is looking very aggressive nowadays. But looking at this rear end, it just doesn't look as aggressive as the older model A5. But coming a little bit more down here, it has the dual tips. Of course, these are not the quad tips, or it's not an actual tip itself. The tip is behind the actual bumper, but I mean, it looks good. The two tone works perfectly with the car. Again, it's not a black two tone, but it's like a gray or a silver type gray. Okay, coming on the side of the new A5, we're going to be showcasing the wheels. This is one of the things that I really don't enjoy as much. Maybe if the A5 would have came with different wheels, it probably would have caught my eye a little bit better, but talking to some of the salesmen there at Audi of El Paso, they're saying that these wheels are the ones that are going to be coming with most of these models. Of course, this is the Premium Plus. I'm not sure if the Prestige or the Premium or the base model will have different wheels, but so far from what I see on the lot, even they're all the same wheels. It's a 5 spoke, but it's a very thick spoke. I'm not really liking it. They are 19-inch wheels. They look okay, but not my cup of tea. It's not what Audi usually makes. It's really not the greatest. But I mean, it's wrapped around some Bridgestones all around. So I mean, it's all season tires. Nothing else that you can really ask for your tire setup. But the wheels are something that I would rather much change in the aftermarket world. As for the interior of the Audi A5, sitting down in these seats, they feel really comfortable, but I feel like at long ranges, long drives, it will start hurting a little bit. Your buttocks and your back a little bit. It's not a luxury sedan where there's like so much cushion within the actual seats. But hey, it's a sports sedan, so they're more comfortable than, let's say, an S5 or an RS5, something more sporty. So I feel like these have good support, and you should be able to enjoy them as long as you don't go on very long trips. But as far as I know, these are very beautiful seats, and they hold you in pretty nicely. Now also they're heated and cooled, so that's a huge plus, since we only had heated before. Now we have cooled seats, and that's what it shows there. We have the cooled seats and heated seats. As far as the steering wheel go, I am not sure how to feel about it. It's nice leather wrap for sure. Nice, has good bolsters. It has a nice thick spot right here where you can grab at the bottom portion of the steering wheel. I just don't know about these, I don't know what to call it. I guess the handles, I'm not too sure. I prefer the usual steering wheel than this one, but it does the trick. Has good buttons. They look very good, very high quality buttons. Shows you all your infotainment and your dashboard stuff. You can change the view of everything here. Change to the phone, navigation, all the stuff I used to have on the other one. It's on the screen. And talking about the screen, this is where the huge upgrade came on the 2025 Audi A5. Just look at that screen right there. That screen is huge. I believe that Audi needed a good interior upgrade on the A5 and on the A5, S5, RS5 and Q5 lines for the interior, because they usually had that one screen right here in the middle of the dashboard, but that had been the same thing for a whole bunch of time from what I remember, at probably like 2015, from that model on all the way to this model, now that they have this big screen. And on certain models, this part of the dashboard is also a screen, but not specifically in this model. This is probably like a premium or something lower than a Prestige. Probably the Prestige is the one that has this beautiful screen for the passenger to watch, and so on and so forth. But I do believe that it is a beautiful addition to have this screen inside of this car. Coming down the center of the dashboard, you just have your air vents right here. Very sturdy, very high quality knobs here for that. All your climate control settings were going to be on the screen. And coming along a little bit further down, you have your start stop button for your car. Two USB-C ports right here with a charging station down here for your phone, if you do have a charging phone that does that. A 12-volt plug here that you can use for whatever you need it for. And then you have another volume knob, very high quality, sounds good as well. And of course you have your traction control here, your hazards, and your drive select, which that's where the fun part comes on a little bit. You'll get your comfort mode, your balanced and dynamic. Usually dynamic is the most aggressive mode of all, and we'll talk about the engine and the horsepower that this vehicle has. Again, now coming further along this section of the dashboard, previously on all the A5s, not necessarily the Q5, but the A5s had the cup holders up here in the front where all your knobs were for the climate control. And let me tell you that being an owner of a 2024, it sucks because once you have a big cup, let's say from McDonald's or a big gulp, you will not be able to put that thing right there. I guarantee you that. So them switching it to this spot, it's a very convenient, and I do like this new shifter. Very, very futuristic, I would say. It's not that huge handle that they used to have, more like the A3 models that they have this type of shifter here. So to go forward, you just press on the brake and then you push back. To go into like the sport mode, you just press back again, and to go in reverse, you just go full forward, and there you go. You'll have your backup camera and your 360 view right here on the left hand side. So I think it's beautiful. To park it, just press this button and you'll park. That's it. Same color as throughout of the vehicle. Again, I do love these seats, like I said before. Very nice leather wrapped. I guess it's not leather wrapped. I'm not sure what type of texture this is, but it feels really, really nice. And I do love how sporty they look, even though they're not fully sport mode like the S5s and stuff like that. You open your glove box compartment here, and there's nothing there. I don't see any USB ports or anything like that. They moved it all to the front for all the USB-C stuff. It does come standard, or not standard, but with this specific model we do have the B&O sound system in this vehicle, which makes it sound amazing. This is a beautiful addition to the new A5. Just look at that, that's a turn signal. So now not only do you have it in the front, but you'll have it inside as well. BMW, do better. As the back seat goes, this is how it looks. Let's try sitting down in here. Me sitting behind myself, I'm 5'9". I do have some good leg room here. Excuse my grandpa's shoes, I do like them very much. But look at this, beautiful. We do have cup holders probably here in the back. Cup holders here if you need them. And again, this big moonroof, I would say it's more now like it. I don't think this opens. I really tried all the buttons up there, but this only turns to dark, which is this mode, and then it opens up, removing this, I guess, this tint. I do believe that once you're in the summertime or something like that, it will become an issue, since some places are very hot, just like here in El Paso. You'll probably get some tints or something to put on top of it, because I do believe it's going to get really hot if you just leave it as is. But I mean, I really do like this. As far as the trunk space goes, let's see, it opens by itself. So there's two, before there was two different A5s that you can choose from, which was the Sportback and the regular one, which would open just the trunk itself. This one's pretty much Sportback, and I believe all of them do come standard. And look at this trunk space. It's immense in here. Like I said, I don't know if this comes with the subwoofer. I don't see it anywhere in here, but it does have the good sound system, so there you go. Now this is the brand new key for the Audi A5. Not sure if it's the same one for the Q5 models. Let's go ahead and start it up and go for a drive, shall we? I'm sorry guys, it's gonna probably be very shaky, but setting off in the new 2025 Audi A5. What do you guys think of this vehicle so far? I do think that Audi could have done a little bit better with the redesign. They had all the right time and the opportunity to, you know, set something up for the Audi A5. But with the time being and all that stuff, I guess they did an okay job. I just wish it was a little bit more aggressive, more linear on the lines and all that stuff, because to me it looks a little bit bubbly, kind of resembles like a K5, like how it looks in the back end, and even the front end it's a little bit more aggressive. But we're not going to compare it to a Kia. It's an Audi, it's completely different. But I mean, as far as it goes, it looks kind of the same to me. But anyway, setting off on the Audi A5, it feels good. We're in a very bumpy road here. It sucks up the bumps pretty good. I'm pretty sure I don't have it on comfort mode, but I think I have it. Yeah, it's unbalanced. Let's change it up a little bit here. Put it on dynamic mode, which should enable, I guess, like more speed and such. It'll open up the motor a little bit, or the driving. So let's punch it here. So yeah, I mean, it does have a good punch to it. This is the 2.0 motor, which I believe has been on all the A5s for a very long time. This specific motor makes around 268 horsepower and 295 foot-pounds of torque. It is paired with a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which when you start hauling it does feel a little bit better than the old one. The old one seemed a little bit wonky, not that much, but I do feel a difference between this and the old A5. I do believe that the other A5 was a little bit stronger than this. I'm not sure if it's heavier due to all the electronics and all the stuff that this car has, but it does feel pretty powerful. So I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit of a kickoff again, and show you guys how it feels in my view, I guess. But I mean, sitting down in here, it's comfortable. Road noise is pretty much non-existent. This new turn signal thing is pretty impressive. I really like that. This does come equipped with the heads-up display, so you don't have to be looking down at the dashboard or at the, yeah, I guess the dashboard or the cluster to be looking at the miles per hour and such. Or one of the features that I really do like is that heads-up display. I do believe that with that heads display, you don't really need to be looking at the cluster as much, like I have stated before. Driving it for a little while now already, it's been good. It's a regular daily driver, daily commuter. I don't know what the capabilities of it are as far as aftermarket world goes, such as intakes, tunes, and stuff like that. I know that for a very long time, like even the 2022s had a problem with the computer not taking all the tunes and stuff like that. So that might be a problem for people that want to tune these type of vehicles. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a while before there's something coming out, but you already know how it is. Every once in a while there's someone that will make that product, that computer, that ECU to change it out or tune that actual ECU and make the car fast, whatever the case is. But as far as the daily commuter goes, it's perfect for that. I don't think anyone should be buying something else that's not as good as this. This is very high quality, very nice. It's almost like a Tesla, even though it's not electric, but it's starting to show bits and pieces of Tesla parts in here where it helps you maintain the road and stuff like that, and then it shows the vehicles that are driving around you on the dashboard. So I guess that's a pretty neat part. So I do believe that this is a very good commuter. As far as the pricing goes on this vehicle, this is again the 2025 Audi A5. It's a Premium Plus package. I guess it does come with like the blackout stuff in the back and these 19-inch alloy wheels and all the quirks and perks. Does not have that screen that I was telling you about on the right side where the passenger is sitting. So this one specifically is $57,824. Not out the door. That's probably just with some of the dealer markups here at Audi of El Paso. Also huge shout out to them for letting me borrow this beautiful A5. But that is the price point of this car. I'm pretty sure it will go lower on probably like a
premium model or a base model, it's probably going to be a little bit cheaper. Maybe it'll go down to the 50s or 49. I'm not too sure exactly what their price points are, especially at local dealerships. You just never know. MSRP probably is, on the other hand, is completely different from their markups. But as far as this one goes, this one's almost $58,000, and for the price point of this vehicle, I mean, you can probably buy a used, maybe even like a I don't know, an RS5, an older RS5. It has the lines, it has the V6 twin turbo, if you want to have the thrill. With this is basically a daily commuter. Perfect for that. It's perfect. It does still have the power, you know. It moves. It really does move. So if you guys don't need the power, this is a perfect car for you. If you guys want more power and you just want to, you know, drive religiously everywhere, then this is not the car for you. I would suggest you jump into something a little bit more punchy, like an S5. It has a V6 turbo. I think that's a perfect car. We used to have an Audi SQ5, and that thing moved. I can tell you that right now. That thing moved. So if you guys don't plan on you know, tuning this thing and just having a daily commuter for your family, this is more than enough. Again, you saw the back space, you saw the trunk space. It's perfect for daily commuting. You don't need anything else in this. This is perfect. The big screen, the B&O, you know, sound system. It's just beautiful. You don't need anything else other than what this vehicle has. I think this is perfect. If my previous Audi A5 or the SQ5 had this specific infotainment system and this screen, man, that would have been I wouldn't even have sold that car ever. But I mean, times have changed. Those screens are no longer the norm now. Now it's these big screens like the M3s, M2s. Although the RS3 and the A3 line, the S3 line do have that tilted screen towards the middle. I do like that a lot as well. But this A5 blew it off with this. I wish it was a little bit more squared off, not just like kind of bubbly like the rest of the car. It matches it, but I'd rather have a squared off screen than a bubbly screen like this. It makes it look like funky in some sort. I would rather much have a squared off, aggressive looking screen than a rounded off screen. But I'm not complaining. It's something that I just kind of visualize when I'm looking like at the M3, the new M3, the new Mustangs even have a squared off screen. I think it looks way better with a squared off screen. But that's just me. It's my point of view, and I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this new infotainment screen. I think it still looks pretty dope, but to some like myself, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's better than the last one, but I prefer a squared off screen like the M3 has. So yeah, we're ending up with the drive here. Again, I'm on a very bumpy road here. It's by the airport, and it's soaking up the bumps pretty nicely, and I do have it in sport mode, so I do believe that it's a perfect commuter, man. There's nothing else to say, but it's a perfect commuter. It does get looks from people because it's a brand new car. No one really has this vehicle out here in El Paso, at least that I've seen, with the new A5 or the new Q5, which probably will be reviewing the new Q5 here pretty soon as well. But let me know what you guys think of this whole revamp of the new A5. Again, I think it's perfect for the person that just wants to daily commute from work back home and have those maybe sometimes good drives out of town, somewhere close that it's not too far, where you're not sitting on these seats for very, very prolonged periods of time. But it'll get the job done. It'll take you to where you need to be. But it is a little bit on the stiffer side on the seats, since I've been sitting here on the car for a couple of hours. I wish I could use it for a whole week so I can give you an updated impression of how it feels in the longer run. But so far, all the technology this car has, and it feels like if you're driving the regular A5, it really does. Like not the regular, but the older A5 pretty much. But yeah, this is probably gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy today's video, please leave a thumbs up. Let me know what I can improve on. I do want to make more videos for you guys, and I do know that I need like a stand for my camera so it doesn't shake. I'm not carrying it like an idiot with my hand. I'll probably get my GoPro on my head or something so you guys can see the road instead of me talking like this. I feel like that would be a little bit better for you guys. Not sure what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below what I should improve, what I should start doing, or anything like that. But yeah, again, huge shout out to Audi of El Paso for letting me borrow this beautiful A5 and review for you guys. Huge thanks to Desmin and Eunice for hooking it up with this car. I will link the description of this vehicle. I will link the vehicle in the description down below so you guys can check it out. And also, I will be posting Desmin's and Eunice contact information in case you do want to get not this Audi but a different color Audi, a different package Audi. They have everything here, and they have all the brand new cars that you need. So if you guys need any of those cars or want to test drive them, they are the ones for the job. So I will be posting it down in the description below so you guys can give them a call, and I will post this specific car as well with all the other vehicles that you guys can check out on the website. Again, this is Audi of El Paso, Texas. So thank you guys again so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as I did recording it, because this was a really beautiful car. I wish I could own one, probably. I really like the screen. It's a huge upgrade from the older one. So huge thanks to Audi of El Paso and Desmin and Eunice for hooking it up with the new Audi A5. Until next time, guys, this is going to be it. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, peace out.